Hello. Looks like we got some attendees starting to join. Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you're joining us from today. We're going to give everybody a couple more minutes. We had some other people registered. We'll see who shows up, but we'll get started here in about 4 minutes. And thank you for joining. If you have any questions, you can refer to the Q&A section on Zoom. It's on your little Zoom menu bar down there. And Robert's here to help answer any questions that you might have as we move through this training today. So give it just a few more minutes. We'll see if anybody else joins. If not, we'll go ahead and get started. All right, well, I'm anxious to get started, so let's hop right into it today. The topic of today's webinar, we're going to be going over some website changes located here on the left in the navigation, the website tab. So we'll be walking through in depth a little bit of the changes you can make to your website and customizations you can make. And we'll also be covering a quick how to connect your social media accounts for those who may have not connected for the first time. So today we're going to start off over here in website. Now, the first place and the first thing I like to do when coming to the website area is going to site design. Now, some of you, if you're watching this and you go to your site design and there's only one or two templates to choose from, you may be on a basic package. You can always talk to your system admin about getting put on the upgrade package that we offer, which gives you access to more themes. And some companies have custom themes. That way the companies can remain consistent and in compliance with their branding. So in site design, you're going to see a wide variety of themes that you can choose from. So what I like to do is I always like to have my website pulled up in another tab whenever I'm making changes to my website. So from here, we're going to select a theme that we like. In this case, I've selected the single agent theme. There are team themes, luxury themes, commercial themes. So there's a lot of themes to help you choose, to give you the foundation for if we have 2 people on a team or 3 people on a team, or you're only selling commercial real estate. So some of the verbiage and options in the templates are going to differ. You can see those differences by selecting theme features when looking at your templates. So the options with checkmark means that you have these features already set up. So since I've been using this one, I have an about paragraph, featured homes, and testimonials. If I chose to add custom content, social URLs, or a transparent photo, I could do so using this theme. So you're going to notice that themes have a lot of different features from one another. So once you find a theme that you like the features of, you just select preview. This is going to open in a new window, and it's going to give you a preview of what your website is going to look like with this theme in both the desktop view and tablet view, as well as mobile view here. So you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like before you set it live. Once you're happy and you're ready to start making changes, just hit set live, and that selected theme will be applied to your website. As you can see here, I already had that theme selected for this demo. So now we're looking at our website. Now that we've selected a theme, it's time to start making some customizations or changes. It looks okay, but maybe we want to follow a particular branding or color or make some changes. So when we navigate back to the DeltaNet after selecting our theme in site design, our next step for customizing that theme is the modular theme editor. Every theme that lives in site design is considered a modular theme, which means they're all unique and individual and have their own settings like we saw earlier. So once you have a theme selected, the modular theme editor will give you the areas according to that theme that you can alter. So some of these fields may differ from fields you see depending on the template being used. So the first thing we encounter is theme colors and above the fold. As we're going through these settings and making changes, we always have to scroll to the bottom of the page and hit save changes. That's one thing that some people get a little frustrated with, is they may change a color and they don't go down and hit save, and then it doesn't reflect on their website. So that could cause some confusion. Whenever you do change something and save it, I always like to go back and refresh my website and make sure that the change took. So one of the first things we can do, let's just change this color to see how it's reflected. When making website changes, sometimes it's all about trial and error and discovery. So we'll change the primary color to red and hit save changes. All these settings work from the top down. So as we scroll through the settings, we're going to be scrolling through our page. And I'll show you what that means in just a minute. All right, so we updated that color at the top to red. That's the primary color. So when we look, we're hovering over these navigation menus. Anything that we hover over has that red color. So now we've identified how to change that color. So it's just a lot of going through. Each theme is going to be a little bit different, changing the colors, saving, and seeing how those changes apply on your website. Now we get into some of the other areas. So as we scroll down, we see these 3 boxes. These are all in the same section here. So they're all being driven from this link boxes area. So first off, if the show box link section is labeled true, this means that it will display on your website. If we switch this to false, this section will be removed from our website. So we're going to leave that as true. Section title, where it says featured searches, that's going to be just above here. Then we go to look at the background image. We can see just a little bit about what this image is here. So I'm peeking right here. I see right at the end, it says couch.jpg. I'm going to put 2 and 2 together and assume that it's this photo here because it's in the same area as link boxes. So if we were interested in changing this background, we could go here and upload a new photo. And as well as full control over these boxes. So if we look at box link 1, find a home, buying a home, and some verbiage here. We start from the top down. The icon we see as binoculars, the title, finding a home. Maybe we change this to let's find you a home. And then the button tile says buying a home. Let's change that to buy your new home. And we see the button URL goes to the results page. So we'll go in a little bit more detail about this, but for the time being, let's save these changes and see how they reflect on our website. Give it a refresh and we scroll down. We've updated the verbiage. We've updated the verbiage in the button as well. So now when we click this button, we're being taken to our results page. Every website has a results page. This is your property search results. You'll always see that page indicated right here in the URL, /results/. So no matter where you are on your website, you can always go back to this page to go into your property search results. And I'll show you what makes this interesting and a little bit more advanced for customization in a few minutes. So now that we know we can edit those boxes on our home pages, maybe we want to custom tailor them just a little bit more. So when it's talking about, we know this is an indication of let's buy a home, right? So we want this to go to the property results page. Now, as we scroll down the page, our next area, we see marketing plans. This area is loose for interpretation. You have full control whether it's displayed or not. You can change the title. So we could change this to a picture of a house. And then there's list items. So when we go through here, we see, professional photography, video staging, social promotions. We can change all these. So I could just change these to whatever I want. Example 1, example 2, example 3. We can change the button and where it leads to. Contact me now. Leads us to our contact page. We see /contact/. Anytime you see these, This is going to be the page. And then circle image. So if we wanted to change that circle image, we could. Let's go ahead and update and see those changes get reflected. So currently, this is what it looks like. We'll do a quick refresh. And you can see here, we're able to change this. We could even change the photo and the theme colors at the top as well. So if you wanted to use this maybe as an agent promotion, you could put a picture of yourself or a spotlight seller review, anything that you want to put here. This is fully customizable. Next, it looks like we're moving on to a testimonial section of our website. So as we scroll down past the marketing plan section, sure enough, there's a testimonial section. This one doesn't have too much control. You can turn it either on or off, change the title, and show how many reviews are depicted. 0 is the default. That'll allow you to scroll through all of your results here. And as you can see, I have some pretty good reviews. So if we wanted to change the verbiage here to what my clients have to say about me, we could say anything here. Take a look at a few of my reviews from past clients. And then hit save, refresh the page. And now it's all starting to fall into place. We're starting to see how these settings reflect from the DeltaNet directly to your website. So we keep scrolling down the page. Next, we'll come to our featured listing section, which you can see here. And any changes we want to make to that section could be the title, the button, where that button goes. Communities is a big one that really allows for a little bit more customization. So typically, when you select a template and the template has a featured communities section, it's going to have buying, commercial, open houses. It's going to have some defaults, and they're just going to go directly to your results page. So in this demo, I've created a couple of custom ones, and I want to show you how that can be done. So earlier, when we saw the button where we click buy your new home, and it takes us directly to this results page, we can see that that's what's inserted in the link, just like we saw the contacts. Button URL takes you to results. This one takes you to contacts. We now have the ability to take that results page and manipulate it to do a little bit more. So in this scenario, let's say that when you click on, let's go to our home page here. Maybe we want this box to be residential homes, 100K to 200K. So right now it's 50 to 200. So what I'm going to do is start at my results page. So we're going to type in results. And this is my starting ground. So I know that I want this to be only active listings. I know that I want it to be residential only. We don't want to include land or commercial. And we know the price range we want to be between 100,000 and 200,000. So now, as you can see up top here, the results page has changed drastically. So this is the results page, and this is the results page with all the filters we've just added. So if I copy that, we can put that in as the link URL. Instead of just results, we can put in the results page with all the filters we've applied. You do not need to put anything before results. If you're looking at getting into these and making custom result pages, you only need the results and everything after. Your HTTPS and your domain name, none of that's necessary because your website's already pointed there. So in this case, residential homes, we want to change this to 100,000 to 200,000. And we're going to hit save changes. Once we go back to our website, we'll see that change reflected. Residential homes, 100 to 200,000. So if they click this, they're now being taken to the results page with those filters predefined for them. So this could be good for creating communities such as towns that you service. One example I have is in Florida, somebody has Sarasota, Miami, Daytona. That way, when you come to their website, you know the exact area that you're getting into just by clicking on the box. So you can use that results page in any of the filters to redirect where these boxes go. So that's a fun thing to help kind of make some customization happen on your website. especially website themes that have the communities feature, because it allows you to have a little bit more flexibility. So in my area, there's 3 towns that are very close by, and one of the real estate agents we work with services Galion, Crestline, and Mansfield. On their website, their communities boxes are homes for sale in Galion, homes for sale in Mansfield, and homes for sale in Crestline. So no matter where you are in the county, if you have a particular area or town of interest, you can click and just go straight into those homes. It saves them a little bit of time and makes it feel like, you as an agent know your market and you're displaying that to them. So there is some customization that you can do there, which makes some of these features a little bit more interesting and in-depth than, most people know right off the bat that we offer. So much like that, we can just go in, and everything in the modular theme editor is a direct reflection of our template that we have selected in our homepage. So that's a way to get started on selecting a theme, finding the different theme features, and putting yourself in the situation of starting to make changes to your actual homepage. So as you can see, my photo here is being pulled directly from my DeltaNet as well. In my profile section, this is where you can update your photo. And also, one of the big things on this page is the agent bio. So typically your picture would be here and your bio would be here. That agent bio is also found on the very bottom of your agent profile. So when we scroll down, we're going to have a section that looks just like, I went way too far that time. There we go. Paragraph about you, homepage bio. So I could go up here and type in whatever I want, or just copy and paste this to add some context there. And there's all kinds of other areas, corporate about me, specialties. As you select themes, certain themes will say, hey, there's a place for a corporate photo or a place for interests. That's when these settings will open up on your DeltaNet. So just depending on what theme you're using and what features it offers, gives you a little bit more customization. So now that I've copied and pasted that 100 times, I'll update my page here, update homepage paragraph. Go back, refresh my page, and it probably just doesn't fit because I put a lot of copy paste in there. So maybe a bad example since I just copied and pasted, but that's where your agent bio is pulled from, is in your profile as well. So now we're going to take a look at the pages that exist on your website. So we've seen the results page. We know at any time we can just go to our website and type in results. That one is a go-to. That's your property results in full. Depending on how you set up different parameters, if we want to include coming soon, we check that, and you see the results page changes. Another one that we all have, similar to that, is contact. So this will always take me to my contact me page. So if I wanted to change the links to one of my buttons on the website, like maybe contact me now, if this button doesn't go to the contact page, we have the ability to change that. So now let's talk about our navigation, all these other pages on our website. So those are all going to be located here in pages under website. And please, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the Q&A and we'll do our best to get them answered. I know we're going through a lot today and there's probably some more complicated things in here, so don't feel overwhelmed. We do have resources to kind of help you out with some of these things. So as we look into pages, this is going to be a full list of every page that's in our website. Whether it's being displayed or not is another story. So when we look, we can see buyers, calculators, contact me. These are all the pages. If you create custom pages, they'll be labeled as custom page. So when you first start out, you will have a lot of default navigation menu items. You're going to have things like map search, new listing, elegant homes, calculators, fair housing. Those can all be managed here from the navigation menu in pages. And it's a simple drag and drop. So if you want to add a page to a certain area, we could put Market Watch for buyers under home. Or if we wanted to remove some of these because we're not interested in having them, we could get rid of calculators, elegant homes, guaranteed sales plan. We have the ability to go through and select what pages we want to be displayed. and they'll be removed from the navigation, and we can organize these however we'd like. And don't forget to hit save. And you'll even see a preview here. Once you start moving these around, if you wanted to move this one up and this one over, it's going to kind of give you a preview of where that's going to live. So it's just a quick way to kind of see, the changes before you save them. So that's full control over all of your pages and navigation. So some of these pages, how do you know if you need them or not? How do you know if they apply to you? Go check them out. So if you select a new theme and you go under one of these tabs and you're like, okay, buyers, calculators, is this necessary for me to have? We can remove the page. If you want to leave it there, you can leave it there. If you want to move it to its own section or hide it from the navigation, you have full control over that. So in this case, we could select that calculators page from our list of current pages. Since we've got it up, we know what the page looks like. We see the page number here, more of an identifier here, just like with our results. This was /calendars/. So you can see here, once selected, page content. This is going to show you the direct link to that page, how you get there. This is going to show you the predefined page link. It's called a financial center. It's going to be the link title. So if you wanted to change this to mortgage calculator, you could do that. If you wanted to show it in the navigation menu, you could select that. Right now we have it turned off. Page title is still calculators. And that's it. You don't have too much control over some of those pages. If you don't like them, you don't have to use them. If you want to move them, you can move them. And each calculator, actually, interestingly enough, has its own page. So right now, if we click calculate, it's going to open this calculator in a whole nother window. And you can see here that it's the shared calculator mortgage PHP. So if we wanted to add this mortgage calculator directly to one of the buttons on our website, we could take this shared file name and we could update one of the buttons, just like with the results page. So if you wanted to take your calculators page and add that to your home page, you could do that. We could go back into our modular theme editor like we saw earlier. And maybe we want to take, let's see, where can we put this? Maybe under picture of a house. Let's go to our marketing plan. And this will be calculator. Now we can change the button URL to calculators. Scroll down and hit save. Once we refresh that, calculator. And it takes us to our calculators page. If we wanted a specific calculator, we could open that and use its page. So it helps you create shortcuts and paths and gives you the ability to customize your home page a little bit. That way, when people land on your page, you're pointing them in the direction you want to point them in. So that's a little bit about the pages system. Now you can click new page. And from here, you'll be presented with a custom page. And this would be fully customizable. You could create your own website page, give it a link, a title, whether it appears in the navigation or not. And from here, you also have access to HTML. So if you want to use basic HTML to help construct your website, that's where you can do that. As far as custom pages go, that's kind of at your discretion, how you format them, how you create them. I can point you in the direction of how to create a custom page. Unfortunately, I can't teach you the HTML part, but there are a lot of easier links to use. If you want to embed a video, you can embed a video. And there's some tables and charts and image inserts. You can also go through and insert company custom fields, social media widgets, reviews. So if we wanted to put our reviews on this page, we could just select under this little option here. This is all your custom widgets, reviews. So there are some quick feel things that help make creating these pages a little bit easier for you. But again, it's going to be a little bit of trial and error when creating custom pages. You add some things, you update the page, you view the page, refresh. Any website changes you make typically are fairly quick. There are times where it can take up to 7 minutes to reflect from the time you hit save to the time it refreshes on your page. And if you find yourself stuck in a situation, if you're using a web browser like Google Chrome, you may need to clear your browser's cache. Maybe you make a change and it's not reflected and 7 minutes go by, it's still not there. You update it again, you're not seeing any change. clear the cache on your browser, and then refresh and see if you get the results you're looking for. Predefined pages allow you to add pages that we've already created, system pages, free reports, find homes, my customer for life, home finder. So you can go through and select from predefined pages, get an idea of how they look, and if it's something you want to use, you can add to your website. We have external redirects. So this could be, something that you add to your navigation that's like, check out my Facebook page, and you could put a link to your Facebook or Etsy or your photography. You have the ability to add external links to your navigation as well. And then market pages, similar to what we did in the results page, this allows you to build a custom market watch page. So this is going to allow you to select, very basic residential, active, minimum price, max price, waterfront, and some introduction and information text. So if you wanted a quick way of building a market page for a certain area, town, or community, you could do that here from the market area. You just go in and simply select a market, and you fill out the boundaries and put in a little bit of information, and that'll create a page on your website. So that's the pages. Really, it's fairly straightforward. It's all the pages that exist on your website, the ability to add and create new pages, and then the full ability to come through and add and remove items from your navigation, organize your navigation by drag and drop, and always remember to hit save anytime you make changes, and make sure those changes are reflected on your website. Similar to what we did when we were looking at our themes and making changes, just going down the page and making sure everything's just the way you like it. I can tell you from experience, it sure does not feel good when you make all the changes you want to make in the modular theme editor. You change all your colors, your links, your pages, and then you don't hit save and you navigate away from the page. It's given me a headache in the past. So make sure you're being diligent in saving your work and double checking. One of the other things that I do want to note, kind of finishing up with our website stuff here, is at the bottom of the modular theme editor, there's going to be some more advanced options. So this is where you have the ability to change your custom site background graphic. So if you're using a theme that has just a big stock image background, you have the ability to come in and change that. You can change it to a custom graphic or picture slideshow, or you can even have a live video. So what's really interesting about that is if you have a 15 megabyte or smaller slideshow or video showcasing your demographic, you can add that directly to your website, as well as updating any backgrounds and removing stock images. All you have to do is upload your files here, make a selection. We also do have a couple optional things here. We have some gallery backgrounds you can choose from. We have some stock images that you can choose from. And we also have the ability to directly change your mobile site background. So if you're using a custom background, that'll automatically apply to your mobile device. If you're using a custom slideshow, that can also be added to your mobile background. If you're using a video, the videos won't depict or translate to the mobile website, unfortunately. So if you have a nice video clip of your demographic, unfortunately on mobile, there's no way to get that, just due to load speeds and the nature of the way that it's formatted on mobile. It just doesn't look right, and it makes the page load slower. So you still have the option of having a video on your desktop display and tablet display, but on mobile, this is where you would select a custom mobile background image. So you could upload a file here. And then lastly, we have our templates, header and logo. So our header logos at the top of our templates, our footer logos at the bottom of our templates. You can upload a gallery of photos here, and you can select them. You can pick and choose. You can have one logo at the top, one on the bottom. So you have full control over the logos being displayed on your website as well, unless your company has this turned off for branding purposes where they don't allow the agents to make those changes. So if you're working with one of those companies that have compliancy and they want everything to be consistent, you may have this option turned off for you. And then lastly, just for SEO purposes, we do give you the ability for homepage title and meta tags for indexing. If you're not familiar with that process, you can always talk to one of your system admins about SEO. If they don't know, they can get in touch with our SEO specialist here with our marketing team. So any questions revolving SEO, searchability, we do have somebody here that can help address those. They do have to be addressed at a company level because the company does supply the SEO package for its employees. So if there's ever a question regarding that, it's best to start with a system administrator. So do we have any questions that I can address here live as we went through some of these changes? I know it's kind of a lot. Robert, do we have anything in the QA that needs addressed?
Nope, nothing in QA yet.
Okay, well, if anybody has any questions before we get started into social media, just drop them here in the QA and we'll be happy to get you an answer. So now that we've covered a little bit about our websites and our themes and our design and how to make some changes, let's take a look at the social media tab. So at first, this display might seem just a little bit confusing. I promise you, it's not that bad. So when you come in here, it's very simple and straightforward. That's why I always save this to the end. I can pull up a demo here to show you how it works. But in theory, when you don't have any social accounts connected, you'll come in and you'll just see all these not connected and red X's. So in order to get started, you just select which social network you want to connect with, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. When you click on it, it's going to pop up with a window that's going to allow you to sign into Facebook, and it's going to walk you through some permissions. Do you give Facebook access to connect to Delta Media Group? All you have to do is hit yes, yes, yes. The only stipulation behind that is the account that you connect has to have a business page ID. And what I mean by that is you can't just connect your personal Facebook. You can connect your personal Facebook if it's associated with a business page. So when you go to Facebook and you create a new page, even if you're on your personal account, you log into Facebook, you go to pages, create a new page, you create a business page for your real estate. Perfect. You now have a business page ID. You can't just connect your personal account here. This tool follows Facebook's compliancy, and we're only allowed to market and auto post some of this functionality to a business page. So keep that in mind. If you ever connect a personal account for any of these, it's not going to post anything unless you are associated with a business page using that account specifically. And you can't connect your account to multiple Delta Nets. So some people, share a Facebook and a team page. Only one person can actually manage and control those settings for that person. So you can connect multiple Facebooks. You just can't connect multiple Facebooks to multiple DeltaNet accounts. I could go in here and connect 8 different Facebook accounts I'm affiliated with only on my account. If anybody else is connected to them, it's going to cause problems. So just keep that in mind. And that's all there is to it. Once you get connected, I'll pull up a demo account here we have, and I'll show you what it looks like. So once you sign into Facebook, you'll be connected, and then all these X's are going to turn into little check marks. And what this means is we're looking from the left over. So you'll be able to click on all of these. These are going to be your settings. So for Facebook, our reviews. Anytime we get a new review on the DeltaNet, we have the ability to come in and turn this off or on, and we can post a maximum of 5 per day. So you'll want to go through and make sure everything is enabled that you want enabled. My Customer for Life, market watches, pending listings, new listings. So what this means is if we get a new listing entered into the MLS, that information gets pulled to the DeltaNet. If this is on and set to unlimited, every new listing that gets pulled into the DeltaNet will automatically be posted to our Facebook account that we have connected. Same with the blogs, status changes such as open house, or if it goes from new to pending, if it goes to sold or has a listing video added or has a price reduction. Those are all things that you can automate to post to your Facebook account. So anytime there's updates, reviews, status changes, this helps keep you connected directly to Facebook without having to worry about, do I need to post this? Do I need to market this? How do I drive people from my Facebook to my Delta website? You connect your Facebook account and you turn these things on and you adjust the settings accordingly. So if you don't want your blogs to be posted, simply turn them off. If you're a heavy blogger, but you only want one of those blogs to post per day rather than 4 or 5, so you're not flooding the Facebook stream, you can do that as well. Any of the features that are here, you'll notice some are locked. If they have a lock or they're just not available, we can go here back on market. We can toggle this one on. There's even advanced filters that we can go through and select our MLS. We can choose to exclude certain types. So it really gives you a lot of customization and flexibility, but there are some features and functionality between the platforms that are locked. So different companies and different social media parties have different agreement plans to data and how we connect with them and what we can send. So if you run into a scenario where, Twitter doesn't let you post something that Facebook does from the DeltaNet, or there's a little lock icon, or it just doesn't exist, these are currently the only things they're allowing us to do. So large companies like that, it's not just hey, we'll send them an email and see if it's okay to add additional things here. It does require a bit of finagling. So if you ever wondering, why can't I post certain things using certain social media platforms? It's just a restriction that they have placed to keep your data safe, with us being the third party in this situation. So we do what's available and in compliance with the social media platforms. And if you ever experience any issues or you want to disconnect, one of the most common things is, hey, my Facebook, I got a new listing, but it didn't post. You view the post history and it's just not there. It can take, like I said, up to an hour for social media posts to happen. But in any case, if you notice things aren't posting, the first step is your classic technical response: turn it off and turn it back on. I know it sounds silly, but each connection uses an authentication token. Sometimes those tokens expire from Facebook's end when they refresh. So we just need to validate the account again. All you have to do is go here and click disconnect from Facebook and then re-sign in. And that's going to give you a new validated login token. That's going to allow us to communicate with your account and Facebook. What happens is sometimes when there's a gap in posts, maybe 3 weeks go by and nothing has posted to Facebook, they'll assign that authentication token to another user, which leaves your account just sitting and hanging because it was considered idle by Facebook. So if you ever notice things aren't posting or not posting correctly, always try disconnecting and reconnecting. And if the problem persists, then you'll want to contact technical support. Do we have any other questions on social media and how to get connected and, kind of adjust some of your settings? Otherwise, we can wrap this up and I'll give you my outro and see everybody in the next webinar. So one thing that I do want to point out while we're here is today in the Help Center, we've added a lot of new articles and videos. We also have a daily live training. It happens just like these webinars, but we're doing them every day. There is going to be, you can watch it live directly from the Help Center, or you can click in and go to our YouTube channel. If you subscribe, you get notifications every time there's a new training video or a new live stream. So we're trying to bring training and resources more relevant and out for everybody. So along with the webinars, we're going to be doing these daily trainings. We're going to have some training courses implemented into the DeltaNet for everybody. So there's a lot of big changes coming up just to try to get resource and knowledge out there for everybody so they can be comfortable using our system, because it is very overwhelming at times when you're new or you just never got the training you felt like you really needed. So I look forward to seeing some of you there. If you miss one of the live trainings, we post them every day, as well as these webinars. So they'll be posted directly to this YouTube channel here. And that's where a lot of our new content is going to be going, specifically for the training and resource or the Help Center. So I appreciate everybody's time today and sticking around and learning a little bit. I hope to see some people getting in and engaging with some of the material. It is new, so there's not a whole lot of videos and live stream trainings yet, but we're on week 2. We're pushing through it. We're getting good engagement. We're just starting to promote it a little bit more. It's not meant to be any type of marketing pitch. I'm just trying to bring some more training and resources available so people feel like they have somewhere to go. So thanks for joining, and I will see you next time, next Thursday, in the daily trainings. Any questions, comments, concerns you have, you can go straight over to our YouTube channel every day and do Q&A. We're live at 1 o'clock. You can chat with us there. You can comment on the videos and let us know what you want to see next, what type of trainings you're looking for, maybe where you're the most confused. And maybe some of those videos will help you out. So I appreciate your time today, and everybody have a terrific day.